So I had this idea for this system to monitor for AI, where people are going to move into the military field of setting up areas that they don't have to monitor. They just leave AI there and the bodies will pile up. We know that this is going to be the future, as we can see countries already leaning towards it to automate defenses so that they can move their assets in other directions. There is a problem with the AI, though. It's designed to harm humans. It's not designed to destroy something like a FLIT system. If you created a small flyer system that was designed to hover above the ground and actually couldn't fly too much higher than the ground, that had a nitrophosphorus center to it with a small explosive, what you could essentially do is create a drone system to remove a defense system like a defensive boat or a gunnery boat that's being used by AI, and send these things just hovering above the water, and then they encapsulate the whole vehicle, and then they hit it at once with the FLIT system. And the objective is to create a small explosion, creating a small hole, and then create a phosphorus reaction at that hole, making a larger hole from the hole. It's not designed to take out the ship. It's designed to destroy the system itself by melting it down and fusing it together so it's unable to function properly. There has to be a counter defense to everything, and these are so small, and they're working on shortwave radio frequencies. You can't jam them because they're too close together, and they're too close to the ground. It's too hard to jam things that are closer to the ground because the way that the waves bounce. So all they have to do is be programmed to maintain a certain distance from each other and to attach themselves to the appropriate GPS position, which is the GPS position related to the item or the items, and then they completely encapsulate it, attach themselves to it, and boom, and then they're melting it down, and it's, you know, unable to function. You can't move a turret if it's frozen. You can't move wheels on a tank if the tank's frozen. You can't move a ship if it's got holes in it. It's a method that can be implemented that wouldn't cost a lot of money. FLITs are easy to use. There's an electromagnetic source that's right on the surface of the Earth at all times that would enable a small system like that to identify how far from the Earth it is, and then just keep them spread out from each other approximately 4 inches. And then they just work together to cover something. They aren't necessarily a weapon. They're only designed to adhere, and when they adhere, then they ignite, and then they burn a hole in it, and they melt down or fuse the metals.